Hey guys, this is Scott. I'm Vegas Horse Pools on Twitter. Just want to talk to you a little bit tonight about our soccer contest. I'm here with my buddy Cameron from Canada.
Hey, Scott.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing very good, thank you. Edmonton Oilers are going to the Stanley Cup Finals, so we're doing all right up here.
That's very good. I'm very glad to hear that. Wanted to have you play John Smith or John Q. Public or somebody like that for me tonight, if you're willing to do it. Can you pull up a website for me? If you're going to sign up for this soccer contest, and we're going to have some pretty amazing prizes for my buddy Adam Bjorn, Spanky's going to put up some prizes, and so am I. Cameron, if you want to go ahead and pull up the website, I want you to go to VegasHorsePools.com. It's going to automatically redirect you to the sign-in page. When you get to the sign-in page, you're going to know you're there. You're going to see it says VHP Proxy. Here's what's going on. We're going to run this over my Proxy service that I'm going to be using for the circuit contest here in the fall. This is a brand new piece of software, and we just wanted to test everything out. And it has all of the security and all of the bells and whistles that I wish we could have had last year when I was running it. Cameron, if you take a look at this website.
Sorry, Scott. What was the name of the website again?
It is VegasHorsePools.com.
Okay, I got
it. If you take a look at the website here, you'll see my nice logo here that says VHP Proxy. And if you look at it, it says Welcome to VHP Proxy. Cameron, can you scroll down to the bottom here? When you scroll down to the bottom, there's a username and password. You need to use your username and password from Spank Odds. If you do not have a Spank Odds username and password, right up here above, it tells you where to sign up to get a Spank Odds username and password. And you might as well use that password on Spank Odds, because Spank Odds has a free edition with a 5-minute delay that you can use for free. Mm-hmm. But Cameron, what I'd like you to do is go ahead and sign on. I'm going to pretend like your name is John Public. Just log on with one of my test accounts, okay?
Sure thing.
This is actually going to be an account that works on Spank Odds. That is just a test account I use just purely for testing. This should get in here. Now, when you see this screen here, the very, very first thing you have to do is there should be a contact form. So go to the contact form.
Okay. Does it have to be 3 digits?
It can make any number you want. Doesn't matter how many digits.
Okay.
The next thing it's going to ask you is number of survivor entries, number of millions. Please just leave that at 0. We're only going to be working on soccer. When we get to Bet Bash, you'll go ahead and update your information with the number of survivor and millions entry you want. But for just
whatever
now,
the max is.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody's going to want the max. But for you, Cameron, I want you just to go down to soccer and hit the downward arrow.
Yeah. I got
You're only allowed to pick one.
Okay.
Because we're not going to have duplicates. Next thing, and this is very important, type in your email address. Cameron, just make one up, x@gmail.com. This is very important that you put your true email address in, because in the month of June, we're going to be testing this system about notifying you if you have not put your picks in it yet. So in June, you'll be getting an email on the days that you're going to need to put your picks in. Next thing it's going to ask for is your telephone number. Cameron, I want you just to put 9s in that for me on the telephone number. Now, it's very important you put your real telephone number in here, because in the month of July in this contest, we're going to be testing SMS messages if you haven't put your picks in on time. And the next most important thing here, Cameron, just at the next step, it says AT&T. Hit the downward arrow. You need to select
choices.
Yeah, you have choices. Can you hit the downward arrow for me?
Yep, I did, and I hit other.
Okay, leave the downward arrow for a minute.
Sure. Can you see that?
I cannot see it. But when you hit the downward arrow, you're going to see a bunch of choices. I guess it's the way we're filming it. I can't. Make sure you put your correct carrier in there. And if your carrier does not exist, please select other. The system is going to use that in the month of July to test the text messaging. Next thing to put in there, Cameron, go ahead and put in there, just make up a Twitter name. This is what I'm going to use during the NFL season and during the soccer contest to contact you if I need you. Let's say there's something I need to talk to you about. This will be an easy way for me to get a hold of you. The next one is your birth year. Cameron, you can make up your birth year. During the NFL contest in the fall, you need to put your correct birth year in there. For the soccer contest, you can put any birth year you want. The reason
that's just to verify that I'm me?
No. The reason that's there is because when I put in your NFL picks for the Circa NFL contest, it asks me for your birth year to prove that I'm the one that's actually supposed to be putting your picks in. Right. I need that for then. Soccer contest, I don't need it. Just make up a birth year and have fun with that. The last thing, and this again, is for the NFL contest. This is the Circa team name that you're gonna pick when you pay for your Survivor and your Millions at BetBash. For the soccer contest, put any name in here you want. Doesn't make any difference. Okay, so go ahead and hit the submit button after you've done that.
Yep.
After you've done that,
okay.
When you look at here, now your screen is going to be rebuilt.
Yes.
It now has the VHP Proxy logo, and now you'll see Soccer 1 contest week 1 is there, entry number 1. Now, if this was the NFL contest and you had 10 survivors, you could hit that downward arrow and there would be 1 through 10 there. But since you only have one soccer contest, Cameron, go ahead and hit the go button.
Oh, yes, with all the games here.
There we go. So here, Adam Bjorn has already released the handicap for all of these soccer games. So let's just go ahead and pick week number 1. I don't care what you pick. You can randomly pick them if you want to. But you need to pick every single game. The person who has the highest winning number of wins will be the winner for the tournament and will get the prizes. Adam and I will be releasing another podcast in the next couple of days that we'll talk about the prizes a little bit further. So here's what's going to happen in the soccer contest. If you miss putting your picks in for week number 2, that's not a problem. They're just going to all be graded as losers. So if you have 10 winners on week 1 and you fail to put your picks in on week 2, going into week 3, you're still alive, but you only have 10 wins. So I highly recommend that you put your picks in. Now, when the circuit contest is going on in the fall, it's a whole different story. In the fall, what I will do is I will send you a message, an email, a couple of hours before the picks are due. You don't respond an hour before the picks are due. I'm going to send you an SMS. And if you don't respond then, I'm going to call you. If you don't respond at that point, then I will put a random pick in for you because you've got to have a pick in. But that's not the way the soccer contest is going to work. Soccer contest, you're going to get no picks. So do you have a random one picked on each one?
I do. Well, yeah, for sure.
Okay, perfect. Then go ahead and hit submit.
Okay, it says it's successfully recorded.
And it's going to take about 10 seconds, and then it's going to kill this window, and then you got to go back to your other window.
Okay.
It gives you 10 seconds to realize that it has been submitted. Now, here's what's going to happen to you next. You don't have to go look at this in your email, but the program just sent you an email to you put in a trash email, so you won't get it. But there is an email that it just sent to that address with all of your picks. That was one of the most important things during the NFL season last year, during the proxy work I was doing. People wanted to have a record of what they put in. The system just sent you an email. Then what's going to happen next is I'm going to look at your picks and actually submit them during the NFL season into Circa. Once I do that, it's going to send you another email. and say, look, Scott has just submitted these picks successfully into Circa. Now, during the soccer contest, you're going to get an email that says they were successfully entered into the server, the VHP Proxy server, because they're not going anywhere. All this stuff is staying in the house. But here's one of the things I'm really proud of. After these games have all been finished, I'm going to go in and tell the system what the score was. As soon as it knows the score of every game that you played, so let's say during the NFL season, you played all of the early Sunday games, okay? You played Thursday night and you played all the early games. You didn't play Monday Night Football. You didn't play the late Sunday night game. It's going to send you the email as soon as all of your games have finished. My goal is within an hour of all your games being finished, you'll have an email that says, here's your 5 picks for millions. Your record was 5-0, and your record for the year is 10-0 because this is week 2.
Right.
So that's something I'm very proud of. So this is the way the system is going to work. I think you're going to enjoy working on this system. And we're just going to try and make sure that all the bugs are out of it. Adam wanted to have some fun and do a little bit of talking on soccer.
Yep.
Spanky wanted to throw around a couple prizes, and we'll get all that announced on another video. But Cameron, do you have any questions about the system, or did it all make sense to you?
It made sense to my simple Canadian brain. Yep.
Perfect. There is one more thing that's going to pop up on this screen. The next time you log on, after I have graded the picks, you're going to have a button here that says, show me all the picks. Right. That is going to show you a graph. So let's say we have 500 people enter this contest. It's going to tell you that 400 of them picked Germany to beat France. It's going to tell you that 250 of them took Poland over Ukraine as a percentage. It's not going to tell you the number of people. It's going to tell you a percentage. So 80% of the people had Germany, 28% of them had Ukraine, and all of that. And as a member of VHP Proxy, you're going to have access to that data the entire year. So let's say it's week number 10. You'll be able to click on that and say, I want to go back to week number 1. What percentage of the people had Germany? What percent of the people had France? And then you'll go back to the current week and enter your picks. If that's kind of stuff and that kind of information is important to you, it's going to give you some very, very valuable information. Adam and I are going to have some kind of stream when we have that information to give out. Not exactly sure how we're going to do it yet. We may do it several different ways, but those decisions haven't been made yet. But that's about all I got for tonight. Cameron, if you don't have anything else, I think we can call it.
Well, when's the next time I can hear you and Adam talking about the soccer contest?
My goal is for us to record something on June 3rd or June 4th. It should definitely be released by June 4th. Okay. That'll be the next time. Everybody needs to have all their registration done by June 12th, and everybody needs to have their first round of picks done by June 13th. There's going to be no way to put anybody late in because I've got to test this system out for the NFL system or the season at Circa. So, like I said, everybody has to have a registration done by June 12th at 7 p.m. Pacific time, and the same with the picks. June 13th, 7 p.m. Pacific time. Do you have anything else for us?
Nope. Sounds good to me. Thanks a lot.
Sounds really good. I hope you guys enjoyed the soccer tournament. I think we're going to have a lot of fun. Thanks for listening.
Bye.